All right. Sorry it took so long. I was setting up a few things. Hello. How are you guys? Welcome, welcome. We're gonna be watching YouTube today and just hanging out and whatnot. Let me know if the music's too loud. I can always lower it. I might just lower it a little bit. At least from my end. I'll lower it. It's a little loud on my end. Hopefully it's not super loud on your end. How are you doing? Today we're gonna be watching spooky videos. Woohoo! It's been a minute since we've seen, spooks. Or since you've seen my character. Ooh, I haven't streamed in the computer in a minute. Yeah, I mean, we could do a combination of things. I could run a game or two. I could try to run a little bit of Skyrim later, or maybe actually correction, there is a game I got where you restore old consoles. Essentially you're taking them apart and you're cleaning them, and we could give that a shot. I only just bought it only because I've been looking at it for a long time and I've been waiting for it to release, and I just recently was like, fuck it, I'm gonna buy it. So we could totally do that. Play that game, but we'll do it after we watch all of our spooky videos. What kind of game is it? It's like here, you know what, I'll show you. I'll open up the Steam page. Hopefully it will let me show you the Steam page. It's called, I think it's like Retro Restore or something like that. It's a Restory Chill Electronics Repair. Hello, welcome. Let me open up the store page and I'll show you. Let me see, will I be able to? I know in game I should be able to open window capture. If not, we'll do can it be game capture? Because technically it picks an application. Let me see. Steam is not one of them. No. Streamlabs, Steam Helper. Is it here? I don't know if it'll let me see that. I don't know. It might be blocked. Here, I'll try it with window capture. Maybe that'll. Spotify Explorer. Nope. Okay, maybe I can open this on the Googles. Here, I know I can do like share. Copied. We'll open on the Googles. Here. Paste. Bonk. Alright. Now I'll sorry, I'm a little rusty. It's been a minute since I've done streams here. Window capture. Tonk. There it is. Patunk. Okay, so essentially, this is what you do. You look at electronics, you kind of take them apart, and you clean them up, and stuff like that. It seems really fun. That's why I bought it. I was like, I've been really looking into this for a minute because I had heard somebody was like, oh, someone's developing this console restore game where you basically run a shop where you're just taking old electronics parts and cleaning them up and restoring them. And I'm like, that sounds so cool and relaxing. I want to do that. I want to take old electronics apart and clean them up and decorate them and stuff. It'd be really cool. So yeah, I mean, if you guys want, I could run it later. That'll be after we do our spooks. I also have my lined up of videos here. I haven't put the link to them just yet, but I will once I actually, I'll even leave a link to this game too, specifically the link for it on Steam. Pause. Here, let me go back to intermission. Let me do a few things and then we'll talk. That. So we're gonna add the link to the game. Game link. Control B. Bonk. I haven't played it yet, but it looks promising as hell. We're gonna be watching 4 videos today. They're all gonna be spooky. The first one's gonna be 10 real scariest. I know what a title. 10 real scariest encounters where entities followed them home. Entities followed them home. This is by Hunted Frequency. I know we've done a few videos on this channel before. So that's gonna be our starter. It's a 33-minute long video. I'll most likely skim through it. I don't want to sit here the whole time, but I'll just skim through most of it. If stuff becomes repetitive or very silly, I usually just kind of skim over it. So that's going to be our approach with this one. Most of the time, they're not even all that great. But sometimes they get some good videos in there. The ones I enjoy the most are going to be stuff like Slapped Ham. We're a big fan of Slapped Ham. We're also a big fan of, at least I'm personally a big fan of Chills, although I haven't seen a lot of Chill stuff here in the channel. As always, if you have a request or you'd like me to react to something, you can always send it to me via the email crimsonrain236@gmail.com. That's going to be the email. Typically I have it up in the screen. I don't think I have it right now, but usually on my other, it's up in the screen, and it's in the link too. Haunted Creeps is going to be your next. It's going to be 10 scary, darkest videos caught on camera. Then we're going to do Hollow Mask, which we haven't done, but this one looked interesting. Times urban explorers barely escape death. This doesn't seem very paranormal, but it does seem pretty intriguing. It comes to show that not everything has to be supernatural for it to be scary. And we're going to look into that. And the final one is going to be 13 scary videos that have no business being real. And that's Slapped Ham for you. Another one basically stating that not everything has to be paranormal for it to be scary. Slapped Ham, again, being a channel favorite. In the end, that's going to be our runtime today. That's what we're going to be doing for the majority of it. I am going to be leaving the name of the channel who posted these videos and a link to those in the description. I'm going to start typing them up now. Haunted Frequency. If I can spell frequency, that'd be amazing. And then the link. That's video link number 1. Boom. Video number 2 is by Haunted Creeps. Another channel favorite is gonna be the brothers. Are they the brothers? No, they're not brothers. Sam and Kobe. I don't know why I said the brothers. Sam and Kobe's another channel, like, favorite. At least an honorable mention. Their content can be pretty good, albeit very long. But at first I was like, I don't know. But they kind of grew on me. I particularly like their reaction channel too. They can have some pretty funny reactions. Haunted Creeps. We're gonna share the link on that one. Let me know if I'm getting too loud or too close to the mic. That's something I gotta work on, particularly on my gaming streams. I'll move it up to the side so I'm not like breathing in your face. Video number 3 is gonna be by The Hollow Mask. And here's the link to that. Also, let me know how you like the music. I decided to change it up. I was getting tired of the same 4 tracks. Well, maybe play more than 4 tracks at some point, depending on how long the stream went. But I figured this is a nice, change. It seems pretty nice so far. Fan favorite slab cam. Slapped ham. And boom. And boom. Perfect. I'll update the link now. The link list in the description. Oh, go in there. Everything's in there now. Perfect, y'all. Are we ready for the spooks now? Who's ready for spooks? I know I am. I was hoping my children would come along and join my fellow crusaders, but I haven't seen a single one so far. Maybe they'll tag along later on, midway through the video or something. Alright, without further ado, I think, yeah, we got all the videos up and running now. All I gotta do is pause the music and switch the screen over to viewing mode. Alright, y'all, just let me know. Get your snacks. And get your pancakes. Your McNuggies. We're gonna be starting it here soon. Alright. There you go. And we paused the music. Alright, are we ready, y'all? I hope we're ready. I know I am. Ooh. Here we go. Haunted frequencies. Top 10 real scary encounters where the entities followed them home. Episode 50. Guys, been going on for a while.
A man from South America who posts under the name Bocel Cielo. Now, he's no stranger to this, and his claim isn't just about his own house. It's about his entire neighborhood.
Get out of here.
He regularly posts footage of what he describes as cries of agony coming from the houses around him, along with strange noises and other things he can't account for in the area. But he's also caught activity inside his own home, and that's what we're looking at tonight. One thing to keep in mind before we get into it: he lives in that house with his wife and baby daughter, nobody else. One night, he's woken up by loud noises coming from downstairs, so he grabs his camera and goes to look.
Amigos, están escuchando que están sumatándome a una puerta. Están tocando la puerta.
I do hear that, but that's like frantic.
Hey!
Oh, that's not knocking. That's jiggling the doorknob.
Hola.
They're kind of like pulling it and pushing it. Pause. Immediately, I can't take this as actual proof. Why? This.
Hey. Oh.
So we see, oh, hey.
Hola.
We see the door jiggling, right? And it's definitely someone in there kind of pulling and shoving the door, right? Pause. If we remember, he had said he lives with his wife and kid. I think this is the kid. Pause. Right here. He could just show us him opening the door, but instead he does this. He pushes the camera into the wall, obstructing our actual view of what happens. This is a not so clever way of snipping two clips together. There you go. You can see the cut clear as day. Right there. We go from solid wall to the trim of the door. This is edited. Just this alone discredits everything in my eyes. And also, just his general reaction. If you see your
noises
door
coming from
jiggling
downstairs,
like that,
so he grabs his camera
admire
and goes
the
to
door.
look.
You're not gonna. You're gonna be like. You're gonna be like, who the hell are you? Get out of my house. Open the door right now so I can see you. You know, stuff like that. You're not gonna be like. Oh.
Hey. Oh. Hola.
Boom. It's not even clever. All right. Well, let's see. Anything else? Benefit of that. Let's take a look at other clips. See if he finds anything else that's more interesting. What? Oh my god. See, and the funny thing is he freaks out afterwards, right?
Nowhere for a person to hide. So he shuts the door and turns to head back upstairs. And as he does that, he glances back. You saw that, right?
Oh.
There's a dark figure watching him from behind the wall.
That's his daughter.
It's subtle, and it's easy to
That's his daughter's hair right there.
miss on a
We
first
don't see
watch.
the daughter.
But
We
when
only
we
saw the
zoomed in
wife.
on it, we could make out what looks like the hair of a woman.
Yeah.
And to his credit, he goes and checks that corner too. And again, there's nobody there. And he's supposed to be the only other person in it.
It's BS. It's edited. It's fake.
Most of the people we feature on this channel
Ooh, I
went
like
looking
these.
for something. Ruby Drew didn't.
Who's that?
Ruby is a woman from England, and her account is daily vlogs, places she visits,
God.
bits of her everyday life. She had never posted anything
Renaissance
paranormal before this. Not once. But one night, Ruby gets home from doing her grocery shopping, and something in her hallway isn't
I
right.
guess she's in the countryside. What the frog? That bag is happy to see you. that's kind of funny.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Why doesn't she pull it? I want to see if there's like
Oh
a
my god.
force.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
It
Oh my
could
God.
just be that it's a really
What
stiff
the
bag, right?
Oh my god. This is not okay.
It could be like a really stiff bag. Okay, touch
No,
the
no,
handle
no,
though.
no,
Why are
no,
you?
no, no,
I would touch
no,
the
no.
handle. I want to see
Oh
if
my
it
God.
flops.
Look at the bag on the floor.
Okay.
The bag itself isn't moving.
First,
It's the handle.
pause. First, we don't see the bag before. We don't see how it got put there. We also don't see anything after. She just kind of waves her hand around to show that there's no string, but that could be wire in the actual handle. It could also be, I don't know, the bag is just really stiff and she just kind of pushed it up. You know? Like, that could be anything.
handle. It's standing straight up, held in the air, like something has hold of it and just isn't letting go.
Oh, see, but there's nothing else.
And to her credit, Ruby
This
does
is a
exactly what we
non-video.
want her to do.
This is a
She gets right
non-answer
down close
anything.
to it, so you can see there's nothing tied to that handle.
First off, that looks like it's thick fabric, right? If you have like one of those this is very specific, but there's type of fabric that like it's really tightly weaved together that it creates these fiber like stiffness that if you push it up in a certain way, it'll stay up because of how stiff it is. That is that almost similar material to this. So I imagine she just pulled on it real hard, you know, made it so it stiffened up like that, and then just left it there. And then it's like, oh my god, this is so weird. Ah. Another thing that's making me think this is she doesn't touch it. I would try to tip it over or try to like nudge it a little bit to see if it stiffens right up or if it, you know, if it topples over.
She goes
Which
further.
is what I imagine would
She
have
waves her
happened if she
hand
actually
straight
did touch
through the
it.
space directly above
But
the
she
bag.
doesn't.
Through the exact spot any wire or thread would have to be running. Nothing there. So either that handle is standing up on its own, or something at the cemetery. It followed him home.
So far,
Since
both
then,
clips have been
Nate
pretty
has
dumb.
been recording relentless poltergeist and mimic activity in both places. His workplace and his house. Just a few days ago, Nate says he saw someone walking around inside his work shed. Someone who should not have been in there. So he pulls out his phone and starts recording.
I
He doesn't
swear,
call the police. He doesn't call a neighbor, a friend.
I saw somebody walk by in there.
You don't call the police. You're
It's
just
hard
gonna...
to see through the window. But I was walking up to this door to unlock it, and it just, real quick.
Hello, police. I saw someone walking in my shop. They're not supposed
saw
to
you.
be in there. Instead, I'm gonna go in here unarmed, looking for this individual who could be anybody.
Where'd you go?
Where'd you go? Don't taunt them all.
Yeah, because I would have been right here.
Also, that's so.
I saw you go by the
That is
window.
so spooky. Imagine having your workshop right across a cemetery. That sends shivers down my spine. Oh hell no! A hockey? Oh hell no! A tennis ball? That's it.
Oh, fuck.
He's being haunted by the old man from up.
Nope.
We know that now.
Sorry, don't want to play.
Mr. Fredrickson. Mr. Fredrickson is up there.
Mm-mm.
I knew it. Mr. Fredrickson is haunting this poor fella. Mr. Fredrickson. Get your wrinkly ass down here, alright? Stop haunting this poor man.
Nate
Take your
heads
tennis
straight
balls
for the
with
spot where he saw the figure walk in. He starts calling out, asking if it's still there. And then he hears knocking coming from behind him. A tennis ball comes down out of the attic opening. Now, that attic is dark. There's a ladder up to it, but Nate has told us in earlier videos that he barely uses that space at all. So
Okay.
nothing up there should be shifting on its own. And his response tells you everything about how used to this he's become.
Sorry, don't want to play.
He just says it, flatly. He doesn't want to play. Seconds
Mr.
after he says it,
Fredrickson, come
a plastic
on.
shovel standing right beside him drops to the ground. And then the video cuts.
Yeah, I don't
Now,
know.
we'll be
That-
honest with you.
Here's
Most of
the
what
thing. I'll give him benefit of the doubt, right? Sure, let's say he's haunted. He's being so nonchalant about it. Not to mention, the fact that he never shows upstairs, and it's a very common thing with ghost videos like this, where it's like, "Oh, my attic is haunted," right? They don't show the attic. They just show the stuff either coming down from there, or the stuff making noise, or the stuff being thrown, or growls and sounds coming from the attic. But they never go up there. Could it be because they have people up there pretending to be a ghost, throwing stuff around, making noise? Maybe. Could it be that they're just scared and they don't want to go up there? Sure. But at least try. At least try to get up there, right? At least give us something more than just trust me, bro. Right?
Nate posts is subtle. It's
That's
small,
why videos
it's
like
quiet,
this, I always
and it's the kind of thing
it's
you'd scroll
interesting,
past.
It's different. It's unique. Like his whole like demeanor with it, like, ha, I'm not playing today, haha. You know, sure, better for the doubt, could be genuine. Why not? I just don't accept it. I just don't think that he couldn't do more to try and be like, yeah, this is real. right? He could have totally gone up there. He could have totally shined the camera. He could have called the police, but he didn't.
But that's exactly why we keep going back to his account.
Oh boy.
Because subtle is what real hauntings usually look like.
Not really.
Jassim is a paranormal investigator from Saudi Arabia, and he's built a
These are
following
crazy.
for exploring abandoned buildings across the country.
Albeit
What makes him
usually
different
fake,
from
though.
most investigators is that he almost always goes in completely alone. No crew,
But
no cameraman,
it's usually done
just
really
him,
good.
a flashlight, and a live broadcast to his audience. Tonight he's inside an abandoned hotel, and what he catches in there might be one of the most deliberate poltergeist activity we've put on this channel.
In the name of God. In the name of God.
What's interesting is
I seek refuge in the perfect words of God from the evil of what He created. There is no God but God. In the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful. In the name of God. In the name of God. There is no God but God. I seek refuge in the perfect ways of God from the evil of what He created. I seek refuge. أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات من شر ما خلق. There is لا إله إلا الله. No.
Okay,
There is no God but God.
Is it playing double?
In the name of God.
The audio is playing doubled.
That wooden door is opening and slamming over and over again with nobody anywhere near it. Now, Jassim does something smart here because instead of just filming from where he's standing, he walks all the way around through another hallway so he can see that same door from the opposite side. And it's still
That's
going,
so weird. That's
still
interesting.
swinging, still slamming, and there is nobody on either side of it. Then he decides to test it. So as the door swings open, he gives it a light kick and steps straight through the doorway. And there's nothing there at all, just silence. And then, just as he turns to carry on his investigation, that door slams shut right behind him. As Jassim pushes further into the building, the noises start coming from around him. And not from any one direction either, but from all around him.
This one's an interesting one. The only thing I could potentially think is like maybe there's someone upstairs,
In the name of God.
like above here, and they can somehow, I don't know, that wouldn't make sense either.
That wooden door is opening and slamming over and over again with nobody anywhere near it. Now, Jassim does something smart here because instead of just filming from where he's standing, he walks all the way
feel like we'd
around
be able
through
to see
another
it,
hallway so he can see that same door from the opposite side. And it's still going, still swinging, still slamming, and there is nobody on either side of it. Then he
Can't think
decides
of
to
what.
test it. So as the door swings open, he gives it a light kick and steps straight through
Other
the
than
doorway.
wind, I guess,
And
but
there's
even
nothing
then,
there at
it's
all,
inconsistent.
just silence. And then,
But
just as he
consistent enough
turns to
be
carry on
recorded
his
to still be creepy.
investigation,
I don't know, it's weird.
that door slams shut right behind him. As Jassim
Oh, that one I can't
I
explain.
seek refuge in the perfect words of God from the evil of what He has created. I seek refuge in the perfect words of God from the evil of what He has created. In the name of God, with whose name nothing can cause harm, on earth or in heaven, and He is the all-hearing, the all-knowing. I protect myself with there's no God but God. Do you hear that? In the name of God. In the name of God. In the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful, I seek refuge in the perfect words of God from the evil of what He has created. I protect myself with there is no God but God.
It's a weird one.
He moves into another room, and the door leading out to the patio slams shut on its own, with nobody near it. So he walks over and opens it himself to check, and there are no strings on it, and nobody standing outside. But now watch the door he came in through. While he's standing there looking straight at it, that door begins to close, and it isn't slamming this time. It's slow and steady and completely under control. So both doors in that room were attempted to close. The one leading outside went first, and this one is closing while he watches it happen, almost like something worked out the order it needed to do them in. So was this just a draft moving through an empty building? Because a draft doesn't slam a door 1 minute and then ease it closed the next. Let us know what you think.
That's weird. That's a bizarre one. I really have no explanation.
A man who
for
goes
that.
by Saran on TikTok, and like a few of the people we've featured tonight, his account has nothing to do with the paranormal. He posts astrology readings, his card collection, bits of his day-to-day life. Then, recently, he posted a video of an orb floating above the hill behind his house. And after that, he couldn't leave it alone. He started watching that hill every single day, and eventually, he caught this.
I can't make this shit up.
Another orb.
I can't make this shit up, bro. What the fuck?
It's the Silver Surfer.
I can't make this
Suntanning.
shit up, bro.
Duh. Silver Surfer. He's suntanning. Can a silver shiny guy live?
I can't make this shit up, bro. What the fuck is that?
All jokes aside, who knows? A drone.
Jesus.
Alien man.
Jesus Christ, no.
Oh, it
Jesus
kinda dipped out of
Christ,
view.
no. What the fuck?
Oh.
I can't
Looks like
make
a
this
shiny
shit up, bro.
flashlight now.
There's something out on that hill, close to the ground,
It could also just
and you
be a
can't
dude
make
with a
out any
flashlight
shape to it at
looking
all.
for something.
What you can see are two bright lights sitting parallel
Just
to each
so
other.
happens that the light
And it's
is
the
being
movement that
shined
gets
in his
us.
direction.
That terrain is
The reason why I
rough and
think it's a
uneven,
flashlight is
but
because
those
of the
lights
next
don't
scene.
rise and fall the way anything walking
It looks
across
like it's
it would.
causing a cone
They
shape
travel completely
light
smooth,
this way.
like whatever is carrying them isn't touching the ground. And it isn't heading anywhere in particular either. It moves
this
back
part
and
right
forth across the hillside, slow and steady, like it's looking for something. Now Siren's comments filled up with people telling him the same thing, and they all pointed him towards one name: the Lantern Man. He's a figure
The
from Middle Eastern
Lantern Man?
folklore, and the story goes that he carries a light
What?
out in the dark, away from the towns and the camps. If you
The
see it,
Lantern
you
Man.
follow
I
it,
never heard of this.
and people who follow it don't come back. So whether that's a light on a hill or something else entirely, we'd say Siren has the right idea watching it from his window.
It's just
Because the
hard
one
recollecting
thing you're
the
not
first
supposed to
years.
do is go out there and get a
Let's
closer
get this
look.
way. Number 5.
A man in France who posts under the name Pekinyao. His account is comedy skits and daily vlogs, and there's nothing paranormal on there at all. But one night he's out taking a walk, and he passes the outdoor gym in his area, and something is happening there that makes him start filming.
I can say, you know that video where there was a thing working out by itself? I came back to the exact same spot. I swear, I'm all alone. I swear, look, guys. I swear, I'm not even stopping this now.
What
Look,
the frog?
there's more than one of them. I'm not stopping this now. I swear, I'm not stopping this now. I swear, I'm not stopping this now. I'm not even getting close. I'm interrupting the workout.
Yeah, I guess the undead need to work
But
out.
I swear, guys.
What's funny is it's not the first
Guys,
time I've
bro.
seen that chair one in particular swing back and forth.
I'm not even bothering them. For all I know, one of them is doing bench presses here. I swear, look.
Now my thing with these ones is that you could.
I swear, guys, never go out
have
at night. I swear,
people-
never go out at night, brothers. Never go
You
out at
can
night.
literally just push that
Never
back
go out
and
at
forth
night.
so many
Every
times,
piece of equipment in that
so that
gym
the
is
force
moving,
does
and
it
it's
on
the
its own.
way it's moving that matters here,
Right?
because it's swinging at a steady pace like somebody is actually using it, rather
No,
than
they're
slowing
slowing
down the
down.
way
You
it
can
would
tell
if
they're
he'd
slowing
pushed
down.
everything and then hit record. Now, people have argued that he's faked this, and honestly,
has.
that's a fair question to ask,
It is fair.
because with most of those machines, you probably could push them, get them going, and start filming. We'd accept that. But watch the lat pull-down machine. That one has a seat you sit on and a bar you pull down against your own body weight. And you cannot get that machine cycling by shoving it. The seat drops back down and stops the motion. It doesn't swing freely, and there's no version of pushing it that keeps it running the way it's running here. So somebody would have to be sitting on that machine, pulling that bar, for it to move like that.
Wait, I don't understand his description. That makes no sense. It's not like it's locked. All you have to do is pull the handlebars down. With enough force, the momentum of the bars and the chair should
And there's nobody
go
sitting on
a
it.
few seconds after.
Carla is a woman from South America, and her account used to be daily vlogs and product recommendations. Nothing to do with the paranormal at all. That changed when she and her family moved into a new house. Carla says that when they moved in, she found a black bag sitting outside the property, filled with belongings that didn't belong to any of them. She still doesn't know whose they were. And from that,
little door?
Carla, poltergeist activity, says that when they moved in, she found a black bag sitting outside the property, filled with belongings that didn't belong to any of them. She still doesn't know whose they were. And from that point on, things in the house started happening. Poltergeist activity, noises they couldn't explain, and something stranger still, because Carla says that every now and then she slips into a kind of trance state. Now this part is unusual even by the standards of what we cover here. Carla says she had a dream in which her best friend, who passed away, told her to dig in a specific spot in the yard. And when she did, she found a stone. She believes that stone protects her from the trance state as long as she keeps it on her. And then, at 5 in the morning, a few days ago, she recorded this.
Kan gjøre tegning from the top. I'm at the bottom, there's no one up there, but look, the blanket just moved. Look.
Okay. I'm curious to look at the recording of this.
It's not the one, it's
to
not.
break down the audio and see if that laugh was added as an edit, right? Because you can see that in the editing software. And I imagine that laugh it was added post. That or she just has a friend up there.
This always happens.
She's saying this always happens. So this is the first time it's happened.
I know. I know.
She screamed?
Where's Omar?
Okay.
I know.
Something behind the pillow. Let me see. Let's see. Belongs to fleece, gift, plastic, and unused. Guys, I haven't seen anything until I saw the video. Look behind the pillow and tell me I'm not crazy.
I know.
Honestly, I can't tell.
Vertel van me fast. There's nothing. There's absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. And then when I finally pay attention, I mean, I look and tell it to manifest or whatever to show itself, it doesn't. I've been dealing with this for a while, a long time.
Okay.
The blanket stopped moving, see? And if I go sleep in the other room is horrible. Anyone who stays there has things appear to them all the time. In this room, things only happen to me, just to me and no one else.
Carla wakes up to a noise, and almost straight away there's laughing coming from somewhere above her. Now look at the top bunk, because the blanket up there is moving, And this is the part we want you to watch closely. That isn't wind catching it, and we've seen enough footage to know the difference. It gets pulled slightly, held, and then released, and it does it again. And it's the deliberateness of it that's unsettling, rather than the movement itself. Carla also points out something behind the pillow that she says she didn't notice while she was filming. Now, we went in and zoomed on that ourselves, and we'll be upfront with you here, because we don't think there's anything there. To us, it doesn't look paranormal at all. But the blanket is a different story. And Carla does something braver than most people would at 5 in the morning, because she gets up and goes to look, and the top bunk is completely empty. There's nobody up there. Carla says most of the activity in that house is centered around another room, but in this one, things only seem to happen to her.
I don't think there's like anything big or major. I think it might just be she's getting it into her head too much. Sure, the blanket thing is a little weird, but I can't see this and be like, yeah, that's definitely like a haunting. I don't know. It just doesn't. It seems too silly, you know, too small and insignificant of an event. It could just be, maybe, doesn't she have a fan in the room? I don't know, like...
In her other videos, she's said she's now seeking help from the church.
Weird. She's getting the church involved.
For anyone who missed his last appearance, Jack is a man from England whose house we've been following on this channel for months. He collects haunted objects. He visits some of the most notorious haunted locations in the country, and then he comes home. Since he started, the activity inside that house has done nothing but escalate. This time, it's the morning. His partner is out at work, so Jack is alone in the house, and he starts hearing something coming from his living room.
Banging started up in the living room.
What? The ghost just wanted to play the bongos Let him be.
Whoa.
Dang, okay, now he's getting aggressive with the bongos. Aggressive bongoing.
Whoa. Oh.
Whoa,
what the heck? There's a glass in there. Oh, shit.
Hell.
Oh, what?
Didn't you go over here and do my friend?
Oh my god.
You come back here to apologize, mister. I'm grounded for at least one eternity. Literally. You bastard.
Shit, that's opened as well.
No smoking. Yeah. That's the least of it.
What the hell? Oh my god. She was asleep upstairs. She's been woken up.
Oh, you woke up my cat, you bitch.
You can hear it before he even gets in there. That faint banging while he's stood listening. And then a much louder one that sends him in to look in the living room. There's a metal cup on the floor, and it hasn't rolled off anything. It was the reason for that loud bang.
But yet again, he is a
and then it all comes at
content
once,
creator
because the painting on the wall starts moving. A table lamp goes over, and ornaments start coming down off the surfaces. Now the painting is the one we keep going back to. If Jack were pulling that with a line, the painting would swing towards him. It moves away from him. That's not a small detail either. That's the whole thing. Because a string, she hears it. She was alone, inside in a on the floor, and it hasn't rolled off anything. It was the reason for that loud bang. And then it all comes at once, because the painting on the wall starts moving. A table lamp goes over, and ornaments start coming down off the surfaces. Now the painting is the one we keep going back to. If Jack were pulling that with a line, the painting would swing towards him. It moves away from him. That's not a small detail either. That's the whole thing, because a string can only ever pull. Watch the TV cabinet as well, because it was shut when he walked into that room, and later in the video, it's sitting wide open. And when he goes over to close it, he gets close enough that we should have seen something, and there's nothing there.
I don't know. Yeah, again, that's very
B is a paranormal investigator from Thailand, and she's one of the more experienced people we've featured on this channel. She's been exploring abandoned buildings and cemeteries across the country for years, usually with a crew, but every so often she goes out on her own at night, and she broadcasts those investigations live for her audience. The night she filmed this, she was alone inside an abandoned temple. And this is the kind of footage that ends an investigation.
Alright, pause. This is my issue with big content creators like this. You have a big crew and you go out and you do these big, expensive, elaborate like trips and stuff. You're gonna be faking stuff to get the clicks and to get the reactions. You're not a small team anymore. You're doing this. Money is involved. You're gonna be faking things to get reactions, to get interaction, to get monetization, to push merch and content. That is the issue. That's why I immediately when I look into stuff or when I react to stuff that involves big content creators doing these trips and stuff and they have a big old crew, usually they're faked for the clicks.
ไอ้เด็กดื้อ
What the fuck? That's a whole child. Hello? Yeah, see, okay, this is
What's
fake.
that noise outside?
This is fake as
ส่งเสียงนึก
hell.
home from the kitchen.
There's...
Yes?
Get out of here.
Where are you, sweetie?
Get out of here. Stop that. You gotta
you in
stop.
here?
She's behind the door.
No.
She's behind the door. You know she's behind the door.
Why
Come
not?
on. You
Why not?
can't be serious. You cannot be serious. You cannot be serious. You cannot be serious about this. Dude, this is fake. That is so fake. Get out of here.
Oh my god. Oh my god, 2,200 viewers, guys.
Also, she says she has a crew.
Get the dog off me.
Where's the crew?
Get the dog off me. 2,200 viewers, guys. Not only is it riding on my neck, it's slapping my head too. Ma,
The dog just keeps walking up there. I love it.
My name, Ma.
This is so funny.
No, I'm not teasing him. Your kid is one teasing me. Damn
The
it.
little kid is just running up to her like, hey, dude, like,
Everyone can witness
what
this.
was that?
Your kid is teasing B. He's literally slapping my head for fun. Slapping my head for fun. You can now witness that.
Oh, that's a whole lady.
Something comes out of the bathroom and stops in the doorway, and it's small, child-sized. B doesn't stay for it. She runs, and then she does something a lot of investigators wouldn't, because she turns around and goes straight back into that room, and there's nothing there. Then, standing in the bathroom doorway, she sees her own face. You saw that, right? It's behind her head. And that's the part we can't get past, because this thing is small. It's the height of a child, and there is no way for it to be up at the level of her head unless it isn't standing on the floor at all. It keeps finding her after that. It appears again and again, until B gives up on that part of the building entirely and gets herself out to the main hall of the temple.
That's so
And
weird.
she isn't an investigator, but she's always had an
This is
interest in the
bizarre.
strange things that happen in Appalachia. She tells other
Oh,
people's
yeah.
stories, and sometimes her own. And one of her hobbies is collecting stones from around the lakes near her. So one evening, just before sunset, she's down by the water looking for stones,
Now, why in
filming
the
as she
hell
goes.
would you be up
Guys,
in
check out the
Appalachia
sunset here.
on your own, scavenging for rocks?
Shut up. Shut up. Let's see if we can find any rocks while we're out here before the sun goes down. So I'm looking for rocks that are more like smooth to paint on and like flat and like a nice shape. Maybe like the shape of like states or something so that I can do like a rock painting series, or like little small ones that are like I can do like little ladybugs paintings or something like that. I mean, I have a lot of decorative rocks in my house. You can ask my husband. He's like, dude, do you even
Again,
need that many
why
rocks?
are you
But
alone?
I'm not finding any like really good. Tell me I'm not fucking tripping right now. I need to watch this video back. What the fuck?
She's talking about her stone collecting, and then, underneath her voice, there's another one. You heard that, right? We ran the audio through enhancement software to be sure, and once you clean it up, there is no ambiguity about what it's saying. Did you
Oh,
see
wow.
me? And Aya swears she was alone out
Can
there.
you see me?
No one near her. No one on that shoreline at all. Now, if you know anything about Appalachia, you'll know why that particular sentence is the worst thing she could have caught on camera. Because the mountains have a reputation for something that copies, something that learns voices and calls out from the tree line and uses them to bring people further in. Before we let you go tonight, we've got one more for you. This one comes from a man in England called Adam Mawson, and his background is worth knowing before you watch it. Adam is a film director and producer with a handful of indie films behind him and an official page on IMDb. He posts on TikTok about stories, things he knows, bits of his day. He's also the man behind a piece of footage some of you may have seen, recorded on a camcorder back in 1991, showing a shadow figure standing up out of a chair.
Yeah.
That video has never been debunked.
Whoa.
And the editing
I've
tools
talked about
available
this before. I've talked about how this. He's talking about the editing tools and whatnot. You don't need any like fancy editing software to do this. How do you think they edited movies back then?
to anybody in 1991.
All you have to do is re-record footage over an already recorded film.
Make
That's
it very
all you gotta
difficult
do.
to explain away. So when Adam posts something, we pay attention. And a few days ago, he recorded this.
So I'd seen the Mandalorian movie today in the IMAX in 3D. The 3D was great, but the movie wasn't. So I came home after that. A lot of people will probably like it. It was like a 10-year-old wrote the script. But I thought, we've been need to watch Saving Private Ryan by one of my favourite directors of all time, Steven Spielberg. And that film is just phenomenal. I have the cinema surround sound on, and it were in Ultra 4K, and it was just amazing. What a great film. And I'm looking forward to seeing Disclosure Day, which is out next week. Also going to see that in the IMAX. I know that's not going to be shit. Because Spielberg, has he ever made a shit film? Let's be honest.
Hello? What the fuck was that? That is a genuine reaction.
He's just talking, telling a story about going to see a film in 3D at the cinema, completely relaxed. And then something is heard from the left of frame.
Let's be honest.
A scream, and it's breathy rather than sharp, like there's no throat behind it. And whatever that is, it does not sound human. Now Adam has labeled it as a mimic on his own video, and we understand why, because a mimic is the first thing you'd reach for in that part of the world. But we've listened to it more than once, and we'd push back gently on that. It doesn't have the copying quality a mimic has. It isn't imitating anything. To us, it sounds like a scream that came from something that doesn't need lungs to make it. But we won't leave you yet. We have one more video to show you, without any context. Keep watching. Whatever he was trying to do there. That's a prank gone right. That must have left a permanent mark. We are thrilled that you have tuned in for the 50th episode of The Haunted.
All right. That was pretty good. Okay. Well, that was an interesting one. Congrats on 50 videos. Nice. Wow. Okay. Well, those were some interesting videos. Some were a little boring. Some were more freakier than other ones, for sure. That last one definitely scared the shit out of me. I was not expecting that weird guttural noise to come up. And then his reaction, he's like, what the fuck was that? Could it be edited? Sure. Could it be fake? Yeah, definitely. I don't know if it is, but it could. It doesn't take much effort to edit that. But definitely an interesting video, that's for sure. Thank you, Haunted Frequency. Very good stuff. We could jump straight to the next one. I think I need a pause. Oh boy, oh boy. Man, bizarre stuff, really. Let me take a look. I was downloading something. Hopefully it's done downloading. Nope, still halfway through. Holy crap, that's taking 5 years. Yeah, no, that's gonna have to wait. So that's that one. Next one up is gonna be 10 Scary Darkest Videos Caught on Camera by Haunted Creeps. This is 27 minutes long. We're gonna see. Maybe this one will have nicer clips. Who knows? Maybe it will, maybe it won't. We'll find out here shortly. Oh, I should have grabbed some agua. My water bottle is empty. Oh, well, let's get right into it.
A creator known online as How Bizarre shared a chilling clip after testing a strange spirit chat app he found online. Curious but skeptical, he decided to record everything. Then something disturbing happens. Take a look.
App we contact claims to use AI to connect to the spirit realm and let you talk to ghosts. I am obviously skeptical, but I'm curious. So I thought I'd use it, give it a shot, and record myself. So let's see how this works. Is there a spirit here with me?
Yes, there is a spirit here with you.
Okay. What's your name?
It's fake.
You know my name.
I know your name. Alright, have we met before?
Why are you acting like this? Are you feeling okay?
I'm feeling fine. Are you feeling okay?
I'm a little cold, and everything is dark in here. Why do you have the lights out?
It's actually daytime in my house.
I've been calling you all day, baby, and you've been ignoring me. If something's wrong, say so. Let's talk about this. It's making me very angry.
Okay. It's a picture of somebody. Picture of
A photo frame suddenly falls behind him. No one touched it. But that's not the scariest part. For a split second, a dark figure appears in the doorway, then vanishes. Later, he claimed the app completely disappeared. So what do you think? Was it real contact or something else entirely?
I feel like that's too set up, you know? It feels
A man had just moved into a new house with his wife, expecting a peaceful, fresh start. But from the very first week, something felt off. Strange noises echoed through the rooms. One afternoon, while setting up his Xbox, he noticed movement from the corner of his eye. This time, he quickly grabbed his phone and started recording. Take a look.
Wait, say it again. Prove that you're here. Why do you keep turning off the TV? Oh. Hey, hon. Come here. Look.
No, I can't deal with that.
Man,
I don't think it's just down here. Look at that. This is the most active during the day that I've... Oh, there goes the Xbox too. Wait a minute. Oh, I'm not liking this. Oh, wow. Wait. I swear I can see.
Oh, hell
Ooh,
no.
stop
Punch.
it.
Throw a punch. Throw a punch. I'll be punching
I'm not
the
liking
air.
that.
I'll be punching the air,
Hun?
bro. No.
Let's go to dinner or something for a while.
No, I
Time
don't
to
know.
go.
This could be fake. It was too
As he spoke into the empty room, asking whatever was there to respond, the television suddenly shut off. Moments later, a rocking chair nearby began to move on its own.
I would be throwing
But the most
punches
chilling
in the
part
air.
wasn't that.
You better
In the
not be
dark
doing that
reflection
with
of the
Elden Ring
TV
fight.
screen,
I will kick your
a
ass.
faint human-like figure seemed to appear, just standing there. Terrified, he called his wife, and they both decided to leave the house for a while. So what do you think? Was something really watching them, or just a trick of light?
I think it was just editing, but it's still spooky.
A university student in the Philippines says she had a terrifying experience while studying late at night in one of the oldest buildings on campus. After finishing her work, she tried to leave the classroom, but realized the door wouldn't open. Take a look.
Hindi ko alam kung nagsisend to, pero kanina pa ako nandito. Walang pintong bumubukas at may topak ata tong phone ko. Pag tinatry ko siyang buksan, yung mga pinto, hindi naman siya nakalock, pero ayaw niyang bumukas. Eto, tignan niyo. Parang may humihila sa kabilang dulo. Please, kung makita niyo to, ako si Maxine Cayapado ng MMA 201. Nandito ako sa C401 at nasa tapat ako ng...
It didn't feel locked. Instead, it felt heavy, as if someone on the other side was holding it shut. The harder she pulled, the stronger the resistance became. Panicking, she began recording to show what was happening. Suddenly, without warning, the pressure vanished, and the door swung open by itself. To this day, no one has been able to explain what stopped her from leaving that room.
We didn't see that happen. We just
A woman named Chero was filming a house tour to show her husband, who wasn't a fan of house hunting. She was inside the property, with only the agent present, casually recording different rooms. Everything seemed normal at first, but later, while re-watching the footage, she noticed something unsettling.
To that bathroom. And that goes...
For a split second, a pale face appears near the doorway, quietly peeking into the room, then disappearing instantly. What makes it creepier is the timing. The agent's voice can be heard coming from another part of the house at that exact moment. No one else was supposed to be there. Was it just perfect timing? Or did she capture someone or something that wasn't meant to be seen? A night janitor working the late shift on March 30th, 2026 thought it would be just another quiet night until something strange appeared on the security monitors. While checking the cameras, he noticed unusual movement in an empty hallway. At first, he ignored it, but then came a loud knocking sound from the restroom nearby. Confused but alert, he slowly walked over and opened the door. Take a look.
I know.
I know.
I know.
You're mid. Oh my god. Whoa, pause. He's got a kitchen knife. Hey. This is the smartest man so far. Of all the videos we've seen, this guy is smart. He's got an actual weapon. No ghost is gonna be fucking with him. That's what I'm saying.
I know.
His reaction's so funny.
Ai đồng đi đâu? Ai đâu?
Who are you? Stop. I got a knife.
Nam mô Di Đà Phật, Nam mô Di Đà Phật. Ai đâu?
Get out of here. He didn't take a shit.
Nó lầy mày nữa. Nam mô Di Đà Phật, Nam mô Di Đà Phật. Có ai không?
Có ai trong đi không? Hello.
Start swinging, brother. Start swinging.
Come over to the box.
Start swinging that knife. That's the moment. Now's the
I
moment.
know.
Swing that knife, bro.
I know.
Shower running. Dude, don't go in. He's gonna close you in, but close you in. Start swinging, start swinging, start swinging, start swinging.
Anyways.
Nothing. Every stall was empty.
Bruh.
Even one cubicle door creaked open by itself, yet no one was inside. The silence felt wrong. As he stepped out, another noise echoed from an office room. This time, he rushed back to the cameras, and what he saw made his heart drop.
What's that?
A pale woman's face was staring through a window from outside, completely still, eyes locked onto him. She didn't move until suddenly she vanished. The next day, the janitor returned with charms placed around the building. But the real question is, was it ever gone? A woman named Alex claims that something strange has been happening inside her home for quite some time. She often hears what sounds like her son calling out, even when he isn't there. One night, after hearing unusual noises, she decided to record what was going on. Watch closely.
Я его видела. Посмотрите туда. Я видела эти волосатые ноги.
I love the subtitles. It's just safe.
Боже, кто это? Мамочки. Боже. Что это? Никого нету. Что это было? Дети сидят, смотрят телевизор. Муж на работе. Старшего сына нету. Он ушел гулять.
This has to be fake. There's no way this is real.
Вон он, ребят, видите? Видите, вон он бежит. Вон он пробежал, ребят. Вы это видели? Он пробежал. Вы видели его рода? Вы видели?
As she walked through the house, one of the doors slowly creaked open on its own, despite no one being nearby. When she checked her son's room, she was shocked to find the window wide open, even though she clearly remembered closing it earlier. Outside, something seemed to shift in the darkness. Later that same night, things became even more unsettling. Take a look.
Что за нахрен? Вы видели, да? Вы видите это? Из шкафа какие-то тени выходят. Как будто бы из шкафа. Усыпила детей, лежу в телефоне и не пойму, что-то мелькает. Посмотрела, а это тени. Как будто бы кто-то играется. Что это может быть? Неужели призрак того мальчика снова пришел с той квартиры? Боже. А что это над дверью? Что за тень огромная?
Her camera captured what looked like a small, shadowy figure stepping out from the closet and quietly moving across the room. The moment she rushed in to check, nothing was there. Strangely, this was alone at home when he suddenly heard faint crying coming from his basement. At first, he thought it was just his closely.
many videos in his basement. He has. My thing with that one's always the same. It could just be edited audio. And I'm pretty sure someone already took it apart and realized that it is edited. There's a cut in the audio files. Where you can hear
So tell me,
the crying.
closer with each second, take a look.
Chi c'è? Chi è? Chi fa casino?
He's talking about.
Chi è che,
This means
chi è che si sentiva?
about the Ouija board. I don't know what about the Ouija board. Did he use a Ouija board recently?
Chi c'è?
And there, just 3 days later, his wife faced something even more disturbing.
Chi c'è?
Yeah.
La luce. Chi è stato? Chi ha bussato? Non sono pazza.
I don't know what's happening.
Non sono pazza.
They're just awkwardly shuffling around
C'è
in
qualcuno?
the house like if they found something, but not really. There's nothing happening. It's just them freaking
Chi
out
c'è?
about their house. What is this? Are they hear knocking? They're knocking.
Cazzo. Qui sto sfuggendo di mano.
While she was alone in the house, she heard knocking at the door, followed by strange noises coming from the kitchen. The question is, was it just fear playing tricks, or did they open a door that should have stayed closed?
They did use a Ouija board.
Around 2 a.m., a man named Daniel Palomino was walking alone through a quiet plaza while live streaming on his phone, something he often did late at night. Viewers in his live chat suggested that he explore an old strip mall nearby, a place rumored to be haunted. Although hesitant, Daniel decided to check it out since it was close. As he walked through the deserted plaza, he suddenly noticed a strong burning smell in the air. He tried to locate its source, but the smell vanished just as mysteriously as it appeared.
Gente, huele quemado. Gente, huele quemado. Huele quemado, no sé si.
Moments later, a viewer informed him that the plaza once housed a casino that caught fire years ago, killing several people.
Wow.
This revelation clearly shook Daniel, and he decided to leave immediately. However, as he headed toward an exit, he spotted something small moving in the distance.
Oye, ¿qué es eso? ¿Qué? O es un diente, o es un gato. ¿Qué mierda es eso, weón?
I feel like I've seen this before. This looks familiar.
O sea, que se acerca, weón. ¿Qué chucha es eso? Oye, me acerco. Ni cagando, voy a grabar algo. Oye, ¿qué chucha es eso? Está que camina, huevón.
According to Daniel, the figure appeared child-sized and slowly began approaching him. Panicked, he backed away and took another route, only to find a plush toy placed oddly on a staircase. As if things weren't disturbing enough, a dark figure with a pale face was later seen standing near the toy.
Gente. ¿Qué pasó? Gente, se apagó todo.
I do remember seeing this, though. That is quite spooky.
Daniel ended the live stream shortly after, visibly terrified. To this day, he has not explained what truly happened that night.
That is bizarre. That is insanely bizarre.
A man named Eric lives alone on a large piece of land surrounded by swamp and forest. Recently, he began hearing strange noises at night, like someone moving through the trees. At first, he assumed it was just trespassers, so he made sure everything around his property was locked securely. But one night around 1:30 a.m., while checking on his chickens, something unsettling happened.
Off the porch, and I came out here to check on the chickens. I just heard, first off, I heard my name. Second off, it sounded like somebody was saying, help me. Hold on. Hold on.
Hey. Help. I need help. Eric, can you help me?
From deep within the darkness, he heard a voice calling his name. Not only that, it sounded like someone begging for help. The voice felt close, yet no one was there. Shaken, Eric quickly went back inside and stayed there until morning. The next day, he returned to the exact spot where he had heard the voice, hoping to find footprints or any sign of a person.
Where everybody said this thing was standing. This is the spot right here. This spot. There's the track. I see no footprints. So this is the exact spot right here, guys. There's the chickens in the background. So I don't know. This is in this area right here is where it was standing. Is where everybody says it was standing. I couldn't see it while standing just about over there. There we go. And so we keep this stuff like this locked. We keep stuff like this locked because, like I said, crackheads. Let's check to make sure it's locked.
Like I said, crackheads.
Door's locked. This is the trailer that I was worried about. Did you fucking see that, bro? Look, I'm telling you, bro. What the fuck? Okay, we're just gonna peek in. Oh my, what the?
The ground was completely untouched. Later, while inspecting an old trailer nearby, he heard movement inside. The door suddenly shifted on its own. When he opened it, there was nothing. That same night, the noises returned.
Fuck. Oh.
This time, something chased him through the darkness, forcing him to run in panic. Now he's left wondering, if it wasn't a person, then what knew his name?
If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe.
Okay, well, that last one definitely was interesting to say the least. Oof. A lot more spooky videos in this last video for sure. That was better than the previous one. The next two are just gonna be not. I doubt they're gonna be paranormal. I think they're gonna be more like real encounters, like creepy people in the forest and stuff like that. 1 second. Here's the 15 urban explorers. Barely escaped death. This is by the Hollow Mask. We haven't seen anything by them before, so this is gonna be our first video by them. Figured we could carry on with this one. This is gonna be, wow, an hour and 10 minutes long. Oh man. This is so long. Oh my goodness, I don't know if I want to sit through the whole thing. Maybe we can save this one for another time. Oh, I feel, okay, it seems like he's showing big streams, so we might just skim through most of it. And we'll do that. We'll skim through the majority of it. If it takes too long, I'll quickly just skip through this to the slap ham video, and then maybe we'll continue this one some other time. But let's shit!
Oh no! Please, guy!
Whoa,
what the oh shit!
I remember this guy.
Oh shit, bro! Oh shit! I got that on camera, bro. Oh my god!
Did it break?
Yeah.
Here, pass
Hold
it.
that.
Pass it.
Holy shit! No, I'm not gonna. No.
They walked in expecting empty buildings. They walked out lucky to be walking. Chef's knives rigged to swing on lines 6 inches from a staircase in houses dazed from demolition. Stairwells and desert towers with the next flight missing entirely, and 15 meters of empty air below. Machetes swinging through the dark in resorts that had emptied out years ago. Tonight we take a look at 15 times urban explorers barely escaped death. Real footage of explorers who pushed past the warning signs and found out the hard way why the buildings had been locked up in the first place. In 2017, a crew led by Max Power of Strange Places climbed into a massive abandoned factory complex outside Chicago, a maze of graffitied corridors connecting an auto shop, a parking garage, apartments, and warehouses big enough to swallow a football field. Every ground-level entrance was sealed, so they'd gotten in over the roof, by tree, and by gutter, which meant the only way out was the way they came. About 30 minutes in, while they were poking around a stripped Toyota in what turned out to be an old chop shop, they heard something that stopped the night cold.
So after I took a look in the engine, I closed the hood just to see if it would close. And that's when we heard 7 distinct popping noises.
Hey, is that one of our guys?
Here's a replay. Listen closely to the popping noises in the background.
Hey, is that one of our guys?
7 distinct pops, somewhere outside. They debated fireworks versus gunshots, and then they found their answer.
What? Cops? Alright. Let's just get out of here. Looking for us? Looking for us?
Right, get everyone together. Let's calm down. Please.
Yeah. Hey, listen. I don't think they're for us, though. You know those seven shots? I don't think that was fireworks. Because there's caution tape everywhere. Dude, there is. You think the cliff out there?
We closed it off to hear that.
Yes, right outside the garage door.
So do they know we're in here now?
We were shining our lights right outside.
Caution tape and police lights right outside the loading dock that was supposed to be their way out. A man had been shot in the head in the street nearby, and the building they were trapped in was now part of an active crime scene with cops walking the perimeter. The exit was gone. The only path out ran 5 or 6 stories up, a sheet of metal propped against the building with holes punched through the roof on either side.
Dang, Easton.
I called this the roof of death because obviously there were holes in the roof and it was highly unstable. The only way to cross the roof of death and get to where Vitus and Ethan were was to walk across this metal sheet that was up against the side of the building. So we had to cling to the side there and just hope that the thing didn't collapse. And Vitus and Ethan did go over it, so there was a good chance that we would survive, but it was still scary.
So here I am, crossing the...
They crossed it one at a time, hoping it held, then dropped down through the floors on a ladder while a security car ran the length of the building looking for them. They made it to a wall, went over it, and got out. A stranger took a bullet to the head on that street and somehow lived. The explorers spent the whole escape just trying not to become the second emergency of the night. In 2026, Gabriel and Corentin drove deep into the desert of southern Spain to explore the ghost towns left behind by the country's 2008 real estate collapse. Entire complexes of finished and half-finished buildings that no one ever moved into. The day they filmed, it was 40 degrees, hot enough that their first round of recordings lost all sound, and they had to come back and shoot the whole thing again. The buildings that interested them most were the tall ones, fully built, elevators installed, balconies glassed in, and completely abandoned. The catch was the stairwells.
Look at the stairs. Look how scary it is. There's no safety at all. Do you see any safety measures?
None, I don't. I don't see any.
We have to climb all the way up there, so that's what we'll do.
That's what we're gonna do. Let's go up.
Oh, I'll see you, buddy.
No barriers, no railings, an open drop running straight down the center of the building, floor after floor, with nothing between the steps and 15 meters of empty air. They climbed anyway, because the view from the roof was the whole point. Somewhere near the top, one of them turned to take what he thought was the next flight of stairs.
Yeah. Let's do that. Let's go.
Glad to see you're doing a little better, you know, okay.
Be careful, okay?
I almost died there. Yeah, I saw.
You have to be careful, man.
These stairs are actually a bit away from the wall. I turned to go straight to them, but there were no stairs, just 15 meters of empty space. I almost fell, but caught myself. I think that was caught on the live stream.
There were no stairs, just the edge and the drop. He caught himself at the last second, live on stream, and spent the next several minutes repeating the same thing to the camera, that he could have passed away right there, that you cannot stumble in a place like this. They kept exploring for almost 2 more hours, until the heat won. Dehydrated and out of water in 40-degree sun, they finally walked out of the city to save themselves. The buildings were a step away from being homes for thousands of people who needed them, and instead, they stood empty in the desert, finished enough to kill someone who took one wrong step toward a staircase that was never there. In 2020, the crew from the urban legend dropped into a large underground storm drain complex somewhere in England, the kind of place that's bone dry one minute and lethal the next. They knew the risk going in. Early on, one of them read the tide lines on the wall like a clock face, pointing out exactly how high the water climbs in heavy rain, and which marks you never want to see while you're standing in there.
There, check how far down it goes. As we look at this picture here, just pretend it's like a clock. So we'll be talking about where the hand hours would be on the clock. At the bottom, it's where it would be 6 o'clock, is where the water is at the moment. It's only a few inches deep. Then 25 past and 25 to is 2 more darker lines, and that's where the water comes up quite often. Then at 20 past and 22, you got another 2 lines there, and that's where the water comes up when it's more deeper. And then at quarter past and quarter to, it's very deep and you don't want to be in there then. And at a 10 past and 10 to is another tidal lines, and I think that might be the 1 in a 30-year storm.
They also did the one thing that mattered. They'd told a friend above ground their exit time, with orders to call the authorities if they didn't surface. Then they pushed deep into the system, past ladders and waterfalls and rooms that kept getting bigger, until they heard something building in the dark ahead of them that sounded like a helicopter engine.
Like an helicopter you can hear, can't it? Get louder. Sounds like a helicopter. Yeah. You get washed out like drowned rats. Yeah, a big tidal wave coming through now. Yeah. Wow. I'll be straight up then.
A storm had broken out above them, and the water was rising. First a small wave came down the tunnel, then a bigger one. They turned and ran for the exit, the water climbing as they went, one of them realizing the air pockets were closing up with methane as the drain filled behind them.
Right, we've got to turn back. Just seen a big wave come down here basically. So, yeah, we don't get trapped down here. So next a big wave. So let's get out of here.
They made it to a manhole and shoved it open from underneath, climbing out into a neighborhood street while the storm came down around them. Back on the surface, soaked and shaking, one of them admitted it plainly. He'd thought they were going to drown down there. The drain that had been a few inches deep when they walked in was a rising flood by the time they left, and the only reason it didn't keep them was that they read the water in time and didn't wait to see how high it would go. In 2023, the explorer behind Vanilla Weasel headed into a tunnel that had been on his bucket list for a while, bringing a friend he couldn't show on camera. The flashlight kept cutting out on him as he went deeper, the water creeping up around his feet, the graffiti thinning out the further in he got.
Cool. The water's getting a little bit deeper, but still not scared. What the Okay, let's just avoid that in case it's like laced or something. Keep going. Oh, I see light. I see light up there. I assume it's just a room though. That's Sora? No. They copy Sora hard. Wait, I can't. Sona, bro. He's copying Sora hard.
Past the painted section, the tunnel opened into a big room, then narrowed again into a long, dark stretch with almost no graffiti at all, the kind of deep-in spot where you start to feel how far you are from the entrance. He kept saying he wasn't scared. Then he heard something in a side tunnel that changed his mind fast.
This is so scary. I'm scared. Your flashlight for it. Do it on the floor. I saw people back there.
I think I touched
I need to check
nettles or something.
I need to check if I have everything.
Yeah, I definitely touched some stinging nettle. My hand hurts. I heard something blow.
Yeah, I heard that too. No. Don't.
Really loud.
Dude, markers are all.
We should just like go.
Shit. That was so scary. Holy crap. So, guys.
Voices, someone yelling, somewhere off in the dark beside them. He didn't stick around to find out who it was or what they wanted. He turned and ran, splashing through the water, soaked by the time he stopped. By his own account, he'd jinxed it, saying out loud minutes earlier that he hoped nothing would go wrong.
We'll continue this one some other time. Check out the channel. It seems really interesting. I'll leave a like. I had the links already in the description. Slapped Ham. I'll watch Slapped Ham, and then I'll probably end the stream there.
Keep your eyes on the old car up ahead on the road.
If you guys want me to play the game, maybe I'll play it not tomorrow, but I'll play it Tuesday.
Road.
I did.
What?
my
I'd
god.
like to try it out before.
Are we?
It just...
No, are we crazy? No, it's gone. Wait, babe.
Wait. No, listen.
It's gone.
What's gone? Oh, that old-timey car?
A couple in Utah were driving through a quiet intersection when they spotted a vintage car up ahead. They glanced away for a second, and when they looked back, it had simply vanished. No turn, no side street.
What?
As they put it themselves, there was no tire shadow and nowhere for it to have gone.
It could have perfectly aligned with the prime truck, and it's on the other side of the prime truck.
The clip exploded online, racking up more than 21 million views, and the comments lit up. A glitch in the Matrix, a portal, a car from another time slipping back out of ours.
No, it's behind the prime truck.
So what really happened on that Utah road? A trick of timing and a delivery van, or a car that simply slipped out of our reality for a few seconds? We'll let you be the judge.
Are we?
It just...
No, are we crazy?
Right there the whole
No, it's gone. Wait, babe.
No, listen.
About 6 months ago, I decided to look into the basement that smelled like an animal had died down there.
For this homeowner, it all started with a smell. A creator who goes by Cigarette Spaghetti noticed it coming from his basement, the unmistakable stench of something dead. He'd know. He's ex-army and he recognized it straight away.
I don't know if I'm just tripping out or...
So he called in contractors to find the source. They suspected a cracked sewer line and replaced a pipe where the smell was strongest. It did nothing. Then one of them noticed a patch of discolored brick in the foundation wall and opened it up.
They opened up the wall here and didn't find any dead animals, but they did find that, and that's not even the weirdest part.
Inside the wall, sealed away, they found a horseshoe and teeth and bones.
Teeth,
Probably
dude.
old.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm just tripping out or...
Those are definitely the teeth of wolves.
He says he didn't think too much of it at the time. He'd never believed in any of this. It was an old house. Old houses creak. He filmed it because it was strange and moved on.
Joe, stay.
Or of course, it could have been someone buried along with their horse.
That was the moment everything changed, because after the wall was opened, the house woke up. At first it was small, objects not where he'd left them, movement in the corner of his eye, sounds through the night. He genuinely thought he was losing his mind. In this clip, he starts filming because his dog is acting strange near the basement door.
What's wrong, Joe? There's nothing in there for you, buddy. Come on.
While this is happening, something strange takes place.
Come on.
Whoa.
A glass slides on its own and topples to the floor. Another night, he's filming himself when something appears over his shoulder.
Hell.
A tall, dark shape looming behind him. He pans the camera to the bookshelf and back again.
That's spooky as hell.
And now, it's gone. You can see the books, clear as anything, right where the shape had been.
That is crazy.
Then things turned stranger still. He's letting the dog out one night when this happens.
Oh, someone's gonna zoom by. Like, fly by. Yeah, there it is.
A book launches clean off the bookshelf on its own.
Jeez. What book is it? I'm curious. This is trash. He
finds it on the floor minutes later and sets it back down without thinking. Caught something he still can't explain.
Is that the book Catching Fire? Whoa.
It looks, for all the world, as though flames are flickering up from the pages.
Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like.
Which brings us to the most recent clip.
That is spooky as hell.
He's at the piano filming himself play when he hears a door open somewhere behind him in the house. And then watch the keys.
Hell no.
A single key presses down on its own, one note in an empty room.
He wants to play piano with him.
He grabs the camera, not realizing what's just happened, and turns it down the hallway.
Never leave this door open. And I just walked in here.
The basement door is wide open, the same door he says he'd shut earlier that day. The same basement where the smell and the bones had started it all.
God, I'm so sick of this.
He calls himself a skeptic, a man who a year ago would have laughed at all of this. Now he's barely sleeping and documenting it all, just to prove to himself that it's real. And that whatever came out of that wall is still in the house with him.
Joe, stay. Who's there?
Damn.
Who's there?
That is hella spooky for sure.
It's just before midnight. A person sits at their dining table, scrolling, winding down for the night, completely unaware.
Yeah, I have seen this one. That one's just spooky as hell.
Because he sat just meters away and never once noticed. The uploader posted the clip, terrified, asking a single question. Does anyone recognize this man? Because he's been turning up at homes around the area.
Yeah.
So far, no one's been able to identify the man, and as of writing, he's still on the loose.
That's spooky as hell, though.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
A strange sound drifting through the trees, almost like screaming.
This is straight apocalyptic. Somebody is summoning something here.
Most people would have ridden the other way. Carrie Ann and her daughter Jordan went toward it. They followed the noise off the trail into the brush, and what they found scattered across the hillside made no sense at all.
Oh my god.
Small, round, solar-powered speakers planted in the dirt. Not one or two, dozens. And the further they looked, the more there were.
Somebody is summoning something here.
Most pushed out a wall of white noise, but all of them together, slightly out of sync, it merged into something that sounded like static or screaming. The ones set off on their own were stranger still, because from those you could make out a human voice, repeating a mantra, a sermon, the word salvation over and over into the empty wilderness.
Something about salvation.
Who are the representatives of God for our spiritual enemies.
And if this was going to happen anywhere, it was always going to be Mount Shasta, because this mountain is one of the most spiritually charged places in America. For nearly a century, it's drawn mystics, UFO watchers, and seekers of every kind. Its most famous legend tells of Talos, a hidden city said to lie deep beneath the volcano, home to the survivors of Lemuria, a lost continent swallowed by the sea. But let's bring it back to Earth, because the grounded explanations are just as intriguing. Some think it's an audio perimeter for an illegal cannabis grow hidden somewhere in the hills. Voices in the dark to scare off anyone who wanders too close. Others suggested a deterrent to keep wolves or other wildlife away from something out there. Some pointed to the mountain's many spiritual communities and guessed it was a meditation or ritual installation, and a few simply noted that these little solar mantra speakers can be bought online for about $30 each. Any of which would be a perfectly reasonable answer, except no one has ever come forward to claim them. Carrie Ann went back and checked the maps. The speakers sit on private land right beside government property, but to this day no one knows who placed them there or why. They're still out there, as far as anyone knows. Hundreds of hidden voices chanting into the brush at the foot of Mount Shasta with no one around to hear them.
Oh my god.
Our next scary video starts late at night when a woman gets a motion alert on her front door camera. She opens the live feed to see what set it off.
It's like some person walking on all fours. It's just spooky as hell. Yeah, there it is. They're definitely butt
A
naked,
long,
too.
thin figure moving across the grass on all fours, fast and low to the ground.
Meth, dude. Yeah. Dude had
A creator who goes by shortysweets_candy films her shifts for TikTok. Most of it is completely ordinary, the mopping, the hallways, the quiet routine of an empty building. But every so often the school gives her a genuinely scary video doing something it shouldn't. Take this night. She's filming in a classroom when the door starts to move.
I have seen this one too. These are
I don't know why the door is.
We've seen this one before.
The switch is way.
Wait, did we see this video already?
Kid cartoons and.
Now she's quick to point out why that's strange. These TVs don't just flick onto a video. To get YouTube going, you have to wake the TV, open the apps menu, and select it by hand.
So these view boards, when they first turn on, this is the screen that you should see.
Okay, this is different.
There shouldn't be like any videos playing or YouTube or nothing, because you physically have to click on these to get into the applications, to get into whatever you're trying to do on them.
And as she's showing the viewers this, a TV in a completely different classroom starts playing the exact same way.
I have a kid ghost in here wanting to learn at night.
On another night, while cleaning, she hears a tap at a window.
I got this set up in the gym today, so...
Oh, hell no.
A firm, deliberate knock. The door is locked, so she looks inside. Nothing.
There's nobody in here.
Oh, hell no.
There's nobody in here.
She checks the room next door. Nothing there either.
Nobody.
At night. Any one of these on its own you could explain away.
When at Outpost, we're about to head to the festival, so I want to do a quick what's in my festival bag.
Kayla Ryan is a beauty influencer with a following of nearly 750,000 people. Her page is the usual fare. Makeup tutorials, get ready with me clips, product reviews. But one of her videos went viral for an entirely different reason. She's filming a simple makeup routine, applying product with a brush, when something happens that she can't explain.
Where did this just come from?
A second brush appears out of nowhere.
Where did this just come from?
Can't explain.
Where did this just come from?
A second brush appears out of nowhere.
I think this is... Looking at it, it looks edited. Not gonna lie.
Where did this just come from?
It falls very unnaturally.
In her caption, she put it perfectly. She said she felt like she jumped timelines. The clip exploded and the comments filled with the same two words: glitch, matrix. People convinced they'd just watched reality skip a frame.
It's just editing.
Best friends were mucking about in a bedroom, filming a home video, just kids being silly, one climbing onto the top bunk, the other down below. It was harmless, funny even, so they posted it on Facebook and forgot all about it. Until weeks later, the uploader's mum had a friend watch it back who paused and asked one simple question: whose hand is that? None of them had ever noticed, so they looked again.
What the fuck? Whose hand is that?
A hand reaching up beside her from someone who isn't there. And there was no one else in that room, just the two of them. She tried to explain it away, of course. Dust, a trick of the light, a glitch in an old camera, but every time she watches it back, she lands in the same place. That's a hand.
And the hand moves around so creepy too. Just move my hair. Let me see.
Neither of them is looking at the camera, and neither of them notices anything strange. It was only later, after they posted the scary video, that the comments started pointing something out.
Oh wait, I just saw it.
Okay.
That was weird.
Her hair flicks sharply upward, lifting away from her head and falling back down.
Okay.
Slowed down frame by frame. It's
But it's still weird.
felt paranormal or just odd.
Weird. Okay. What's
One
next?
was scanning the night sky last Tuesday morning when it caught something it wasn't built for. At first, it looks like a glowing flying saucer hanging there in the dark.
Next.
Then it shifts, morphing into a bright ball of light, before slowly rising up into the sky and away. You can almost feel the operator's disbelief, zooming in and out, panning across the skyline, trying to make sense of what they're seeing. No official explanation has been offered.
Disc shaped, like the classic generic UFO shape, which is why I'm kind of like not convinced. Ooh, Bigfoot stuff. What are we looking at?
And if all this cryptid talk has you in the mood, we've got our very own cryptid collection over at slappedham.com. T-shirts, hoodies and more, featuring some of your favourite creatures from the channel. Every order helps keep the lights who had reportedly been drinking together through the day when an argument broke out, and Wei-Chan became convinced his friend was a Phi Pop, a cannibalistic spirit from Thai folklore. He's accused of attacking Banjong with a hammer, who later died of his injuries in hospital, a tragic reminder of how powerful and how dangerous old superstitions can still be.
That's insane.
And finally, to Argentina, and a mystery that's left a whole town baffled.
Let me go back to that.
Out. And very own Crypt Chan has featuring some of your favourite creatures from the channel. Every order helps keep the lights on here at Slapped Ham, and the link's in the description.
Dude ended up believing his friend was some kind of monster.
Now, a somber one out of Thailand. In Khon Kaen, a 59-year-old man named Wei-Chan has been charged after the death of his 57-year-old friend, Banjong. The two had reportedly been drinking together through the day when an argument broke out, and Wei-Chan became convinced his friend was a Phi Pop, a cannibalistic spirit from Thai folklore. An enormous black bird clutching her 20-kilo dog in its talons, lifting the animal clear off the ground and up to the top of a tree, some 20 meters in the air. The bird was too heavy laden to keep flying and left the dog stranded up there, where police were called to mount a rescue. Remarkably, the dog, named Peretta, was brought down completely unharmed. As for what the bird was, no one can say. Scientists point out the local condor simply isn't strong enough to lift that kind of weight, while locals have offered theories ranging from an unknown species to a gargoyle to a witch. For now, it remains a complete mystery.
A gargoyle to a witch. It was Superman. Why not just say it was Superman? Oh my. Jesus.
And that's your roundup. Now back to the countdown.
Please. This was silly.
Had gathered in what's known as the Lucy Room, said to be haunted by the spirit of a young girl. As is tradition, they stood holding out lollipops in the dark, hoping she might reach out and move one. The visitor took a photo and thought nothing of it.
Okay.
It was only later, scrolling back through their pictures after the tour had ended, that they noticed it.
What?
Look at the man standing in the background.
What about him?
There's something wrapped around his neck and shoulders, something dark, coiled, that shouldn't be there.
Oh, yeah?
The person who took the photo says they don't remember him wearing anything like that, and they were gutted they only spotted it afterwards with no way to find him and ask. Now it's a dark room and a grainy photo. It could be the hood of a jumper, a bag strap, or the arm of someone standing just behind him, lost in the shadows. But the shape is a strange one, and no one on that tour recalls anything being there at all. So what was wrapped around this man in one of the most haunted hotels in the country? A trick of the shadows, or something the Lucy Room left a dark mass with thin tendrils trailing beneath it, drifting high above the highway?
This looks like something out of Gears of War.
It wasn't just one driver. Multiple motorists along the I-65 saw it, and several pulled out their phones to film.
I am getting so sleepy. Definitely
When the
like
footage
something
hit
sad.
social media, the reaction was instant,
Which I might
and these
play
days
to
it's
get
a
the
predictable
picture.
one.
I'm excited
Fake,
for it.
AI generated, another clip cooked up to go viral.
Could be
The
AI.
comments filled with people certain there was nothing real about it, and that might have been the end of it, just another clip written off and forgotten, except for who picked it up next. James Spann is one of the most respected meteorologists in America, a veteran broadcaster with more than 40 years of experience. Shape, but none of them have been confirmed, and the man best placed to recognize a
What's this? Oh, that's
face,
spooky as
pale and wrong, staring back from the end of the carriage.
looks like Cobblepot.
And that's where it's left. A passenger alone with a face in the glass, not quite sure if they're imagining it, but the camera saw it too.
I think it's a reflection of someone that's sitting on this end or that end. It's definitely a reflection. It's not a dude looking at her, but a reflection of
Before we get to that number one spot, remember to hit that subscribe button, then tickle that little bell icon there and turn on all channel notifications. That way you'll be in the loop every time we drop our scary and mysterious videos.
And then as a treat, I'm actually just gonna run the game a little bit. And
We tend to think of zombies as pure fiction, a horror movie monster and nothing more. But there's one case, carefully documented by concerned, that was the end of Clavius Narcisse. But according to the man himself, he never died at all. He would later say that he was awake through all of it, paralyzed, unable to move.
Wait, what?
As far as the world was concerned, be rooted in something far more disturbing, and it's all real. In April 1962, a Haitian farmer named Clavius Narcisse walked into the Albert Schweitzer Hospital in Deschapelles, coughing up blood. His body was failing fast. Within 2 days, on the 2nd of May, 2 doctors, one American, pronounced him dead. A death certificate was signed. His family wept over him, sealed him in a coffin, and buried him in the village of Lestaire. As far as the world was concerned, that was the end of Clavius Narcisse. But according to the man himself, he never died at all. He would later say that he was awake through all of it, paralyzed, unable to move or speak, but fully conscious. He claimed he watched a doctor pull a sheet over his face. He felt himself being carried, and he was still aware as the dirt was shoveled over his coffin, and he was buried alive in the dark. What happened next sounds impossible. Narcisse said that shortly after his burial, his grave was opened. A Bokor, a voodoo sorcerer, dug him out, beat him, and dragged him away. He was taken to a sugar plantation, drugged into a will-less state, and forced to work alongside other captives as a slave. A man who, on paper, was already dead. He claimed he labored like this for 2 years until the Bokor died and the captives scattered. Even then, terrified, he stayed away from home for years. And then, in 1980, 18 years after his funeral, a man walked into the Lestaire marketplace and approached a woman named Angelina Narcisse, Clavius's sister. He introduced himself using a childhood nickname. one known only to the family and never spoken since his death. It was him. He answered questions about their lives that no stranger ever could. And in the end, more than 200 people recognized him as the man they'd buried nearly 2 decades before. So how do you explain a dead man walking back into his own village? This is where science stepped in. An ethnobotanist named Wade Davis traveled to Haiti to investigate and came back with a chilling theory. He believed the Bokor's so-called zombie powder was real and that its key ingredient was tetrodotoxin, a neurotoxin from the pufferfish hundreds of times deadlier than cyanide. In precise near-lethal doses, this poison can shut the body down so completely that it mimics death. A heartbeat too faint to find, breathing too shallow to see, enough to fool a grieving family. Enough, perhaps, to fool a doctor. Then, after the burial, a paste made from a plant called datura to cloud the mind and keep the victim docile and lost. Davis's theory remains hotly debated. Critics have questioned his methods and his samples, but no one has ever fully closed the case. Because whatever was done to Clavius Narcisse, the result was a kind of living death. A man erased from his own life and made to disappear while still breathing. So was this an extraordinary act of poisoning, a body chemically tricked into the grave, or is there a layer to Haitian voodoo that Western science still can't reach? Clavius Narcisse went to his grave a second time in 1994, and he never stopped insisting that every word of it was true.
Well, that's bizarre. Anywho, that's all the videos we're gonna watch today. I'm gonna run the game, gonna restore one console. Here, let me open up Steam real quick. Not sure if you can see it, but hopefully you can. It's loading right now. Sure. Let me put it on windowed mode. Yeah, you can see the game. Oops. We're just gonna restore one console, and then we'll call it there. We'll call the stream there. Let me try that. There you go. Let me see. Close that. I love this game. I also have the demo. Well, I just bought the full version. This is gonna be my first time playing it. So hopefully, let's get in it. Let's restore some consoles, shall we? Tokyo early 2000s. My first day in the repair shop. Cluttered place. Clean up work area, sort out inventory, throw away boxes, open repair shop. Someone lost their pinky. Yummy. Trash. Let's clean these up. Magic. Turn on the light. Extra wire, paint. Empty box of parts. Okay. This cash register. No internet. Okay. Ooh. Whole broken microwave, broken mug. Okay, we're just clearing everything out. Got it. That might be everything there. What's this? Desk empty, put any evidence or device on the desk. Cool. Trash. Trash. More trash. Oh, alarm clock. Where do I put alarm clock? There? I guess I'll put it there. Ooh, that's a nice little cozy name. What's this? Seriously, what is this? Sort inventory. Is that just a broken? Oh, hey. How are you getting on? Cleaning up? I'm here about rent. As we agreed, 2,000 yen per week. Oh, by the way, on the way here I found a phone. I don't know whose, but it's mine now. Everything here is mine, although it doesn't turn on. How much will it cost to repair it? 1,000 yen! First customer gets free service. Celebrate the opening. Shit. I only have 1,000 yen on me. And he's asking for 2,000 yen. But I don't want to be greedy. 6,000 seems like a lot. Oh my god. It won't last long kind of attitude. I'll give you 4,000 yen. Okay. Alright, let's take a look at it's a Nokia. I mean Pokia. It's a Pokia. We're gonna dust it off. Nice. Okay, can we flip it? How do I flip it? Oh, that's how you flip it. It's like Power Wash Simulator. Oh, there he is. How did it do this? How did I do this? Repair a part using something. We're taking that off. We're taking the screen off. Here, let's organize it. First part, second part. My. Third part. We're gonna do that actually. Place it right there. We actually have to flip it, remove the back. Ooh, there's a phone number there. Somebody wants to call that. Take the battery out. Do we have a way to move that over there? How do I remove the screws? Oh. Oh, I see that. We have it in a little cup over there. A little lid. I like that. I like that. This is fun. My only concern will be trying to put it back together right now. But I think I can figure it out. Okay, now we put that there. We put that there. And now there's nothing. Okay, now what? Oh, this one's simply cleaned. Oh, I see. You drag it over to the brushing tools. Got it. Understand. Comprende. Casing, circuit speaker. Okay, keyboard, function buttons, and battery need to be clean. Let's take a look. Perfect. Perfect. I don't like he's not using any kind of rubbing alcohol or anything. I don't quite like that. I guess the service is just to clean it though. Well, let's put it back together, I suppose. There. Put the screws back on. Plus, we didn't even look at the board or anything like that. He said it wasn't powering on, not that it was just dirty, even though it is, and I'm sure it'll help, but we didn't do anything, really. That's not even connected to anything. Well, it's on now. Although we didn't put the phone number back in there. Now we know he doesn't want the phone number back. Oh well. We did it! Yay! Perfect! That's nice. Alright. Where's our 4K? More like 2K, because